Hello everyone, so this week I bought some lamb and I decided to make a lamb curry, so I'm gonna show you its recipe. I started by marinating the lamb. Marination is the first step so that we can give the lamb some time to marinate in the spices till we make the gravy. I took 700 grams of lamb in which I put 2 tablespoons of red chilli powder, 1 tablespoon of turmeric and salt as per taste. I'm keeping the marinade simple just by adding 3 spices. After putting in the spices, I added 3 tablespoons of yogurt. The yogurt helps in tenderizing the meat and it also helps in coating the meat with the spices. After putting in the yogurt, I mix everything by hand so that every piece of the meat is covered with the marinade. After coating it, I kept it aside and I started preparing for the gravy. For 700 grams of meat, I took 3 onions and I am gonna use 2 of them now for the curry and 1 of them later on. I sliced the 2 onions finely and kept them aside. After which I poured some oil in the pot, to which I added the whole spices, which were 2 black cardamoms and 10 to 12 black peppercorns. After which I put in 3 tablespoons of chopped ginger and garlic, which I had prepared earlier. And since I didn't have any green chilies at home, I put in some red chili flakes for spiciness. Finally, I tossed in the sliced onions and gave them a good mix and roasted them in the oil. I kept roasting them till they turned golden brown, after which I tossed in some salt and a tablespoon of coriander powder. After putting in the spices, I mixed and roasted everything until I could no longer smell the coriander powder. After the aroma of coriander powder was gone, I tossed in the marinated lamb into the mixture and mixed everything together and let it cook for some time. After the lamb started releasing its oils, I poured in half a cup of water and let it cook with the lid on. Until the lamb was cooking, I started preparing for the second gravy, which I was gonna add to the lamb. For that, I started with finely chopping a tomato into small pieces. After cutting the tomato, I added some oil to a pan, to which I added cumin, 2 to 3 bay leaves, and the third onion which I had chopped before. After tossing in the onion, I gave it a good mix and roasted it till it turned a bit golden brown. After that, I added some more chili flakes to the mixture to increase the spiciness, and finally I added some coriander powder, some chili powder, and gave it a good mix and tossed all the spices. Once the spices were done toasting, I added in the diced tomatoes to the mixture. I let the tomatoes cook for some time till they turned mushy and then I add some salt to it. After that, I poured in some water so that we can get a really nice gravy. Finally, the second gravy was prepared and it was ready to be put into the lamb. I opened up the lid of the pot which had the lamb in it and the aroma was mind-blowing. I finally added in the second gravy to it. I made the second gravy because it adds a little bit of tanginess to the spicy lamb curry. After that, I let it cook for some more time. Remember, to make a good lamb curry, it takes a lot of patience. And finally, after almost an hour, the lamb curry was ready to be served. I took the curry out in a plate and garnished it with some kasturi methi, also known as dried fenugreek. You can also use coriander for garnishing, but as I didn't have coriander at home, so I used kasturi methi instead. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and share with your friends and family. And for more such recipes, subscribe to my channel.